Hi, Armando.
What's up, man?
Oh, not much. It's fun being in another NAB.
Yes, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, super excited, like, actually to sit down, chat with you, talk about some cool things that we've done, you know?
Dude, we've done a lot of cool things, man. Last year was a blast. That was one of the coolest experiences. And what I'm talking about is Lumix presents Shutter Showdown. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, the whole idea of that event, I mean, it was, you and I had spoken a little bit beforehand. I was like, hey, how would you feel about maybe like a reality series kind of thing, full-blown competition, and you were like, heck yeah, man, sign me up.
If you guys have not seen that show, definitely go to the Lumix YouTube channel, check it out. It's a reality show where we gathered, it was, I believe, 5 filmmakers, because I think one person was sick. I think it was 4 or 5 filmmakers, and it was a competition. It was a lot of fun, a lot of emotions.
Oh, yeah.
And
14 millimeter.
Yeah, you still remember, huh?
Of course,
it's like
I
haunting me right now. Yeah, I should have not got the 14 millimeter. If you're not sure what we're referring to, watch the episode.
Oh yeah, you have to watch it to know. But it was fascinating that whole concept of saying, like, okay, taking a number of filmmakers from various different concentrations and like focus, like someone who's really big with like pre-production and really being have time to map out the project and all that stuff, and then you get someone who's like their day in day out is like just hammering content out all the time and throwing curveballs at you, making it hopefully kind of fun. And I mean, beautiful pieces that y'all created. I loved your not a spoiler, I loved your piece about the dog, especially the story behind it.
It's like, so funny because in that episode,
Yep.
that was the one where I thought I was going to fail. And it ended up being my favorite piece also.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting. And to give credit, the camera, the S5 IIX, we had to film ourselves. And when the light is like, the sun's basically peeking over the mountain, we're losing light, and I have to set the camera 10, 20 feet away, and I don't know if my composition is correct. Open gate saved my ass.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
No, and like I was saying, it was just so cool to see all of that and know that, like, everyone got S5 IIXs to be able to go out there and create with it, and just seeing how everyone handled it differently. Seeing how all of you handled color grading of all of it, the styles between each person. It was so cool, and it was fun to be able to, I don't know, kind of have like a rebirth of the Lumix brand, I'd say.
Yeah.
With the launch of the S5 II and the 2X. Finally bringing PDAF that everyone's wanted us to do for such a long time. And just actually not have to think about it, get you guys, what you need with it, and, cameras got better now, too, so.
And that's the thing, I still tell people, and I still will say this today, even with all these new cameras out here at NAB 2024, for the price point.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's a better camera right now than the S5 IIX for its price point. Like, it just punches way above its weight class. Seriously, yeah. I mean, it's incredible what that camera can do, and can, like you said, with the firmware updates, it just keeps getting better and better.
Oh yeah, we've always, I think, taken a pretty strong stance of, like, we want to have these conversations. You and I talk outside of the shows, and you give me feedback of, like, hey, it'd be cool if you could do this, and
box camera.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to say it.
BGH1. There you go. BS1H, the full frame one.
EVA 1.
Yeah. Everyone wants an EVA replacement, I know. But like actually listening to the feedback, working closely with our engineering team, and actually being able to deploy things. I mean, the update that we just announced and comes out on the 21st is from all of the feedback that y'all have given us. Like, hey, the autofocus, we need to make it a bit stickier. And for our first attempt, I'm gonna be proud of our first attempt. I think our first attempt at PDAF finally was a pretty damn good shot. But taking back, make it stickier on that, add animal eye detection, add car and motorcycle. The motorcycle one I'm super happy about.
You're probably happy about that one.
But yeah, we're just super excited, and I think it's gonna be an awesome future for Lumix, and because now we're working with people like you, and we're here.
I love that you guys take a lot of feedback, like Sean said, and we talk a lot behind the scenes, and they really listen to their customers. And the fact that we can have these type of conversations and communications, like it's something that I feel like I really can't do with other brands, or other camera brands.
Yeah, and it's no holds barred either. It's hey, if you come up to me and say like this is like the worst implementation I've seen of something,
right?
And anyone that we work with does that. They listen to it. Our team watches the videos that you guys put out, and they learn from it. They want to hear this stuff, and it's what makes our industry move forward, I think. Actually listen.
And I love that you guys do that. Like I said, being able to have these conversations and also listening, I think it's important because these are tools that we use. And if it's going to simplify our life, our workflow, obviously we will continue to support you guys just like you guys support us. It's not just a one-way street.
Oh, no, it can't be. It has to be a two-way street for it. And like probably the coolest thing with the firmware update that's coming out is like the Frame.io camera to cloud stuff that we put in it, because that came from talking to people and knowing and seeing that there is a potential to help speed up, but not necessarily on the higher end production side, on the everyday person going out there and filming and capturing photos and all that stuff. So that's how we evolve. That's how we move to the next level. That's how every company out there pushes each other to one up, to get to the next thing. And then it gives you guys also things to play around with and be like, well, they can do this and this one can do that, and let's pit them against each other a bit.
I'm just excited to see like what's coming next with Lumix. Obviously, I know you can't talk about stuff that's up and coming, but it makes me excited and pumped to see like.
Oh yeah. We're not slowing down anytime soon. I mean, G9 Mark II announcement, or the release. We announced it a while ago. The release of that really, I hope, shows the Micro Four Thirds or the crop sensor users that we are so dedicated still to that platform. And then the firmware update on the S5 Mark II and the S5 Mark II X, which is everything that came from the G9 Mark II, that there's a big synergy there, and that we're not going to stop. That we're always looking, what's the next thing we can do? What's the next, kind of technology that you can put in cameras? What's the next thing that's going to help you as a creator get your vision across with the least amount of frustration?
Well, I remember when the GH6 got the LiDAR update. Like, that was huge. And I think myself, buying cameras, it's really refreshing to see that when you buy a camera that that it's going to get continued support. Because one of the most frustrating things is buying a camera, and sure, it may be great on paper the current day that you buy it, but then like the manufacturer ends up releasing another camera that's cheaper but does way better, and then it's like you kind of feel like you got ripped off. Where it's like the polar opposite with you guys. It's like you buy a camera that's already like it's affordable for its price point and what you get, but you still get that continued support, and not to mention like amazing new features too.
Oh yeah. Philosophy in general is that continual improvement. You're spending your hard-earned dollars on still expensive cameras for a lot of people out there. $2,000 that's a commitment for people. You should know that product is going to continually grow with you. Now, does that mean that you should ever make a purchase, saying that I'm going to get firmware updates and things? No, but I think have always shown that track record that we are here to support filmmakers, photographers, and not have to go down that path of, well, you want the new features, you need the new camera.
Right.
If we can do it on the existing ones, we'll try to do it. If it's, as long as it's a good user experience, we're going to try to do it. And it's just fun in my side watching this stuff. So
Yeah, that's awesome. Is there anything that you can share that's up and coming?
I have to think. Brains.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
No,
but
no, no.
I just want to get people excited of what's to come. You know, like if there's anything that you can share.
No, I mean, you know, the biggest stuff really right now is just like, you know, looking at how, for us, our new director, Sumura-san, during the announcement of the firmware update was talking about how Lumix and the Pro AV group, which is the Vericam, the Eva 1, those cameras, we are one group now as of April 1st. So everything is now as one particular group, and I know that brings a lot of questions from people about, like, well, you know, what's the future of Eva 1? What's the future of the Vericam?
Yes.
And while I don't work directly with that team yet, because in the United States we're still having a lot of the conversations. We're incredibly happy about this in the U.S. This is awesome. I think seeing that kind of transition shows that we can work together a little bit better. We can start bridging some of the technologies that we use between each side. I mean, as it is, the S series, the S1s, the S5s, they're all kind of built through the inheritance of Vericam anyway.
Right.
But I know everyone wants an Eva 1 styled camera. Everyone wants Vericam to come back. I don't know if they're going to come back. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you. But the whole point is that looking at the future of what we are as a brand, we've never been in a better position to really, kind of hit our stride hard and bring awesome stuff to creators. Whether you're someone that's just new and you're on TikTok and you're like, I want to do this, I want to have fun, I want to make some money doing this, or just that you love it for the passion of creating, to I want to be able to bring this on a set and create some multi-million-dollar budget movies. We're really excited about what I think our brand has the potential to do.
I love that. I love that you guys are all working together. And I did a short film with the Condor Blue team.
Yeah.
And we did the S5
And it was so good. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
If you read the comments, a lot of people are saying, like, oh my gosh, like the color grade, like the quality. And it's funny, and it's like, it's a camera that's $2,000 essentially.
Yeah.
And it had one of the most highest praises in terms of image quality out of any other short film that I've been a part of. So
yeah.
That kind of shows you that you guys are not messing around. So.
Well, yeah, and color science, just the color theory of how our engineers and how our team approach what our log file works like. How malleable is it? That is a huge pillar within our team. So, yeah.
You know what's funny? Everybody thought that we shot that in RAW. And I'm like, no, we shot that in the regular format, like just log and that's it.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, it also helps that, like the S5 Mark II X, you have ProRes options. You got, yes, you have RAW over HDMI and all that fun stuff. But
everybody feels like you have to shoot RAW in order to get a good image. And it's nope.
No. I mean, put the camera in incredibly capable hands and look what you get out of it, You're
giving me too much credit.
Oh, God, no, come on. But no, other than that, yeah, we're, like I said, we're showing off the firmware here at the show. Obviously, was it Cinegear's the next major show that we're really excited about because it's at Warner Brothers, so, we're going to be there.
That's awesome. That's my neck of the woods.
Oh, so, yeah. That's the other night we were talking about that. Like, hey, like you want to maybe come do some stuff like during setup at Cinegear? Yeah. But no, it's going to be a fun year. I think everyone across the industry, I think it's going to be a very interesting, fun year. Right. But definitely keep your eyes out on us. We're scrappy.
I love that. I love that about them. Grassroots.
Yeah.
Yep. And by the way, if you guys are at NAB and you are part of, or you're doing the Creator Quest, make sure you head over to the Lumix booth, scan the QR code. Lumix is also gifting Part of the prizes.
Oh, yeah.
Was it an S52X? Is that what
Yep.
it is?
S52X kit. So it comes with the lens, the camera.
There you go. So make sure if you're not part of Creator Quest, and if you're watching this online, you can still participate.
Do it.
There are QR codes hidden throughout the manufacturer's websites, like Lumix, I believe. Some of our other partners, including Condor Blue, they have hidden QR codes, so you can still participate and you can still win. We are shipping all this stuff out, so you don't necessarily need to be here to collect the prize. So.
It's such a cool thing to do at the show, and to branch it out and let people like get interactive and you know, it was so cool to see it last year, and it's awesome to see what it's evolved to this year.
It's
so
much bigger and better.
It's so cool.
All the creators, you know. So
yeah.
it's fun.
So, but yeah, I other than that, how have you been?
I've been
always
good,
talking
man.
to everybody else. How are you?
I've been good, man. So, as you know, we launched a Creator.
Yeah.
So it's an agency where we help creators get brand deals, because I think that's an important part of the business. A lot of times we want to focus on creating and not necessarily the brand side of it, like negotiation. That stuff is like, honestly, it drains me. So Creator is a company where we started. Lucas, who is also CEO of Condor Blue, he's one of my business partners. Mendy Paul, who used to work at B&H Photo, is also a business partner.
Yeah.
Also Steffi, who works with Condor Blue, or partner with Condor Blue. So we all come from different walks of life, but we understand the business side of it.
Yeah.
And we just said, you know what? There's this hole that needs to be filled, and what if we do it, but not like everybody else? Let's do it different. And yeah, it's amazing, man. We've grown so much just in the past months that we can't even keep up. Like, I've had people come up to me at the show and it's like, how do I join Creator? I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's probably like 2 years out, and I'm not even joking, dude.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry. Like, we don't have the bandwidth, dude.
I mean, seeing what you guys have done for this show, and just seeing everyone around, all of the filmmakers, the photographers, everything that you got everywhere. This is what I loved about the industry years ago, when it was all about the personal relationships. Everyone talks, you know each other, you're friends with each other, and you guys seem to be bringing that back. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, there's all the people from Creator, all the creators. I mean, very easygoing. We all help each other out. I mean, it's a community, and that's what we've always wanted to build, is a community. Not just like an agency that's like, hey, are you interested in this brand deal? Here you go.
Yeah.
But it's like, no. We're building a community. We hang out with each other. A lot of the creators flew in a little earlier from NAB to Los Angeles to collaborate and work with, you know, these projects that we all kind of have NDA, you know. but that's the thing. It's like, it's fun and exciting, and honestly, it just makes content creation much easier.
Yeah, and from a brand's perspective, it is refreshing to see that.
Yeah.
Yes, working with like our agencies, we love our agency, but knowing that we can just talk, we can have a conversation. Like, hey, there's people that you'll message me and say like, hey, I think this person's really cool. You should you should reach out, check them out, see what you think about it, get them a camera to kind of play around with, see if they like it. It's just so much better to actually support creatives, and we are so excited to see what you're doing with it. So,
and I love that you trust us.
Oh, heck
so
yeah.
like when I tell you, hey, this creator, I think you should look into possibly even sending them a camera so they can try it out. And you trust me, you send it out, and lo and behold, they end up loving the camera.
Yeah.
So,
no, it's awesome. So yeah, we're super excited. I think there's a lot of cool things happening in the industry this year. I'm
excited
with what
to
you guys
see.
are doing. Product wise, there's always cool stuff. Everyone's always excited about product. But
I'm excited to see what you guys come out with this year. I think it's gonna be fun. So. You guys are always shaking up the industry. So
yeah, and just as I say to like everyone that I end up talking to on like our live streams is like, I would love to tell you, but if I knew, I couldn't tell you, and even if I did know, I couldn't tell you because I like staying employed.
Yep. No.
So
I got you, bro.
It's always nice having the connection into the company anyway too. So
Yep.
But yeah.
Exciting times,
cool.
brother. Well, appreciate you coming here to our live stream and
Yeah. No, this is awesome. Thanks for having me over here. looking forward to hanging out with you later throughout the show also. So.
And again, guys, if you're here, check out the Lumix booth. Go play with the S52X and the new firmware.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's installed on the cameras.
And make sure, scan that QR code. But
do it.
yep.
If you haven't done it, why haven't you done it yet?
Yeah. Thank you, guys.